Switchback. Switchback.
Hey guys, Rivet here. Welcome back to another daily episode of Cube World. Back again with Kitt and our good friend Sniffles. Hope everyone is enjoying themselves today. This is not going to be your typical Cube World episode today. I got a couple things I need to discuss. And dear Lord, I need to learn how to jump and fly at the same time. It's G, you dingbat, G. We're going to head off towards the boss battle that's over there. First things first, I have been having nothing but trouble getting my streams together over on Twitch. Something has happened with my computer system. I did a whole bunch of tweaking on it yesterday. Thought I had it all worked out, went to go live stream last night. And lo and behold, I ran into even more issues where I'm not even able to upload or anything. I'm going to check with my landlord to make sure that everything is okay with our internet. Download seems fine, but it seems like maybe the upload is borked. And if that's the case, that's probably why I'm having such problems getting things uploaded. The other thing is that if it's not that, then I'm going to have to reset my system, which is going to take me the better part of today. So after I'm done Cube World, I'm going to go and do that real quick. So if that means that there is no video for tonight, unless I get things remedied after this. So, the other thing I want to talk about, and this is one that worries me. You guys may or may not have noticed that I have been less and less focused on doing everything here on YouTube. I've been trying to stream over on Twitch and kind of balance things in between. And I am so happy that I'm doing that because, once again, YouTube has announced a new program. Now, the program in itself, I don't take any issues with. It's called YouTube Heroes. And when you look at it under the light of, like, this has got a lot of good potential, it does. What it allows people to do is community members become heroes. You apply to become one. Get off the. You apply to become a YouTube hero, and with that, you get responsibilities. You can go and do captionings, which is very handy. I mean, there's a service you can pay to get captions done if people want to do it for free. That's amazing. You can also answer questions and doing that kind of thing. And it's a very positive aspect. And then there's tiers of heroes as you go up. And you can report on videos, you know, if there's, you know, awful comments, all those kind of things, you know, things that make sense. And I can understand why YouTube is doing this, and that's where I get into having issues. Currently, in the current state of YouTube, you guys may or may not have noticed that there is, oh god, we're not doing it. I am riding on an invisible pet. Yeah, this happens if your pet dies while you're riding it. Yeah, we're not going to deal with that one. Where was I? Good Lord. Okay, so, things, problems. I'm sorry, I got distracted by the fact that I'm riding on a pet. Okay. Oh my god, how weird is that? Wonderful. This is why I love this game. Let's check where we are again. We are going to continue west and head over to the next one. Okay, so to get back to this YouTube Heroes things, and this is not a griping thing. This is not me complaining about this. I'm just giving you guys my take on what I feel could be some potential issues down the road. What YouTube has created here is an amazing place for people to get together and put out videos and share their lives and share their stories. And it's all been done without filters for the most part. By adding monetization to it, of course, you have ad revenue, and once you had ad revenue, then you have corporations getting involved, and once you have all of that stuff happening, it becomes a legitimate, regular business. And then all of a sudden, there are checks and balances that need to be done. And what can't happen anymore is the wild, wild west of YouTube that is currently, or what it was, where people just kind of did their own thing, and, you know, damn it all. And I adored YouTube because of that fact that everybody had a voice, or everybody had, no, I'm going to say had, because that's changed. It's no longer like that because of all these rules and regulations that are now being put in with the terms of services. And by they do these bot things where, you know, they're looking through your tags and seeing if you've got words that are offensive or bad, or then they can non-monetize you, or they can just decide out of a random whatever permutation is in that algorithm that you are no longer a viable option for monetization on said video. Yay! So that has happened to me a number of times already. I've worked it out. I've got it all taken care of. So, I mean, but that, when it was happening, it kind of was writing on the wall. So this YouTube hero thing happens. And of course, I look at everything on both sides. I do see the pluses of this. What this allows YouTube to do is to put together a community, like a neighborhood watch, where everyone goes out, keeps an eye on things, makes sure that nothing is happening wrong, and then everything is hunky-dory. The reason that YouTube has to do this is because they have been so ineffectual up until now of policing it themselves. And I'm not sure that there's any way that they could have. This is too big of a channel, and not of a website for them to police by themselves. It'd be near impossible. But while everything's been going on, they have had plenty of time to take a look at it. I mean, this is something that the writing's been on the wall for this for a number of years. So this is not coming as a surprise to people at YouTube. So by having this community group, you have a bunch of unpaid fans and friends of YouTube that are going out and around, and they're policing things. And they're going to be trained by YouTube. They're going to have communications with YouTube. They're going to have a lot more access to YouTube than the creators do. That's okay. I mean, if they're going to be doing a whole bunch of stuff to make sure that this platform is safe for people, I'm okay with that. You're not hearing a gripe out of me over the fact that this needs to be done. I agree with it entirely. My issue, and this is where I hope I am absolutely wrong, is the abuse of this system. What it happens is you can do mass flags on events once you get to certain tiers. And you have access to developer tools and all this kind of stuff, and you can remove comments. That's when I start to get the red flag going up in my head. Is that, now I assume too that when you have a tiered system, that a person that is going to be at the tier where you can do these kind of things is somebody that's responsible and has showed that they have the abilities. But if it's based upon just points, and this is where I run into issues, it's a point-based system. So you get a point for reporting things, you get 10 points if you help somebody out, you know, and if your opinion gets upvoted. See, now this is where it becomes a popularity contest, and this is where I take offense. So what can happen is you have a person that is hell-bent for being popular throughout YouTube's community and does everything that they can to make it. That kind of person already has an agenda as far as I'm concerned. And an agenda is not something you should have when you are doing this. The only agenda you should have when you are policing YouTube is to make sure it becomes a better place. Your own popularity and your own belief systems should not weigh in on all this at all. You should be completely objectionate. You have no opinion. There are a set series of rules, and this is where it can be abused. Let's say that I have a video out where I'm rambling about something slightly political or something that somebody takes offense to. It's not against the terms of services, but it can be considered offensive to somebody because of their own belief system, and they decide to flag that video. They still haven't put anything in place to tell the content creators what our things are to do after this starts happening. Do we have anything set in place for the content creator to actually go and say, this is actually happening wrong? Are we going to still have the exact same system where we have no communication to YouTube? Probably, because that seems to be the way things are going to go. So now we're going to have a bunch of people out there that have the potential of abusing a system. And the problem is that once you allow people to have power that can be abused, it gets abused. I don't know of any situation in history where power does not cause issues. I take affront to this. Offense, affront, the whole shebang. this is not a positive step. I get why they're doing it. Again, this has become a horrifying place for a lot of people. There is a lot of garbage in YouTube. There is a lot of junk. And I've done a little bit of it myself. I mean, honestly, I mean, my drunk gaming can be considered offensive to some people. I get that. For it to be non-monetized, I can understand that too. But you know what I found? I've got beer companies advertising on my drunk gaming episodes now, because I've gone back and I've checked. Okay, so there is potential for advertisers for anybody here, because there are different advertisers for all kinds of things. And instead of having an area for people to be policing for the monetization, I get behind having multiple advertisers where certain things are acceptable and certain things aren't. And this looks like this is going to be one hell of an interesting place. There's a bunch of things right here. Oh, wait. Oh, forest. Well, let's get ourselves healed up here real quick. So, I need a sip of coffee. This is too early of a morning for me. I worked on the computer system last night for a while. I tried streaming so many times and I'm just exhausted. Forest. I like forests. They can be fun. So, yeah, so that is my rant about the hero system. I hope I am absolutely wrong. And if you guys have any opinions on it, let me know. I mean, I am all for opinions on everything. I mean, I don't live in a bubble. So, I mean, my feelings towards this kind of stuff, this comes from my own life experience. So and where it comes from is I've seen people that have played that popularity card and gotten into management positions. And when they've gotten into that management position, all they've done is make everybody else's life a living hell. And it always ends poorly every single time. And I get needing, how do we put this? We need to have something like the hero system put into place, by all means. We need to have something where we have checks and balances and people actually going out there and taking a look at things. And this is a little bit more powerful than I need for what I'm doing right now. We need something like this, by all means. You know, there has been way too much where, you know, YouTube drama, garbage, people calling out bullying. There's videos of people hurting people, pranking. There's a whole bunch of stuff that actually affects regular people, and that stuff is worrisome to me. And I get having to police that kind of content. But again, it's either you police it or you don't allow it. And I think that YouTube needs to actually draw the line on what kind of content they're actually going to be putting out there. And maybe this is that step towards it. You know, they're going to actually tell these people, now we want you to take a look for these kind of things, these trends. But again, how are they going to be getting these videos that they're going to be watching? Are they just going to be out there running around following the regular videos they do and then just policing those? So is it just the fans? Or are they going to be sent like a daily, here's your 500 videos that you need to go and take a look at today and do your best? Because if that's a thing, well, that becomes an issue too, because now everyone is all unpaid employees of YouTube that's doing this too. You're getting little perks that are social perks, but you're not getting actual perks. So, I don't know. Like, I don't have the solution, and that's also what frustrates me, is that I don't know how to fix what's wrong here. The thing is that this all should have been implemented right from the very start. Something should have been happening. I mean, the website's 10 years old or longer or older, and this is now becoming a thing now. There has been multitude of opportunities for, as YouTube started becoming more popular and advertisers started to look at it, then it needed to be addressed at that point and not after the fact, because right now it's a broken mess. You've got a lot of competition on the horizon on YouTube that seems to have things better sorted out in some aspects and not in others. I don't know what to do. I honestly don't know what to do. And I just wanted to kind of put out there my opinions and thoughts today because it affects me. And it affects my decisions going forward about what to do on YouTube. I'm not going to stop doing this, obviously. I mean, I'm not the guy that ever gives up. But I'm also going to be one of those proponents that's going to fight for whatever is against whatever is wrong. And I've lost jobs over this in the past. I am one of those guys that, to my detriment, I will fight for a cause that I feel is justified. Every time I've done it, I've been right. And it's usually after the fact that when people notice, it's like, oh yeah, Rivet, you were actually right and we were wrong. You want to have your job back? And I'm like, nope. You guys are fools. You're idiots, and you guys don't deserve me. And that's kind of how I'm feeling that it's going to happen here. Is that I'm going to have to be standing on a soapbox and kind of expressing to everybody what is happening here, my opinions on it. And I hate this crap. I really do. I didn't want to do a salty episode, and this is, you guys may have seen, like over the last month or so, there has been a paradigm shift in my opinions in my channel, and I have become a little bit more grumpy about certain things. And this is why. This is entirely why. I've been watching something that I love and I adore start to falter. And I was always that guy who's like, well, I'm just a small channel and it really is not going to affect me. I am still a small channel and it is affecting me, so I can only imagine what's going to happen going forward. And you know, if I say something that offends somebody and they can take my channel down just because they don't agree with my opinion, that system is broken. And YouTube has been awful at communicating with its creators, and instead of actually putting forth this kind of garbage, what they need to do is to open a dialogue with every single one of us that makes videos for them, that makes them money, and say, listen, this is what we need to do going forward. If you guys don't like it, leave, because we're going to make these changes. And we're going to watch the guys that are doing the stuff that's causing problems. And again, if you don't like it, find someplace else to go. Instead, they've been quiet, like they always are with us. And they're not giving us any input. They're just making decisions that's going to affect us. And they think that we're just going to sit here and take it without opening our mouths and being critical of them. And I can be critical. I mean, I am at that point where I don't have anything truly invested in this other than time, and that's fine. I mean, the computer system that I have, the gaming rig I have, I would have had this no matter what, because I love playing video games and I love doing what I do. I love the fact that I've learned a new trade, in essence, where I can do video editing. I've learned a bunch of things about my computer that I didn't know it could do before, and I've learned a lot about myself. So I'm not about to give this up for anything. And I just want you guys to understand that, you know, the reason I'm upset right now is not because I want to give up. The reason I'm upset is because I don't want to give up, and I won't give up. And I don't want to have a reason to actually be like this all the time. I just want this thing to work. And I don't know if I have any input to YouTube that can help them out or not. But honestly, they need to stop goofing around. The bunch of this crap that they've done has been ineffectual, and I think that they're being too cautious about some things and not cautious enough about others. And you know what? They need to have some real thinkers and doers in their organization, and they need to stop listening to the crap, the sycophants, and the garbage that's happening out there, and just get down to doing work. And that's my thought on this, and that's where I'm going to stop today, because I've had enough. I'm so sorry. Anybody that's been watching this and they're like, wow, Rivet's gone off on a tangent, he's becoming an idiot again. I'm trying not to be. I'm trying to be level-headed. I have actually thought about this since I read about it yesterday. I've been trying to put my fingers on why it tasted bad, and I read a bunch of stuff, and I've been seeing the forums and people yelling and screaming about it. And I don't want to be that person that yells and screams and rants and rages for no good reason. But I did watch all of the video that they posted about YouTube heroes, and it's all happy, happy, happy. But behind every happy, I can see abuse, and I can see where it can be just totally and awfully abused. And I don't want that. I don't want that for anybody. I mean, there's a lot of people that create really amazing content on this channel, and they don't ask for anything other than respect from the people that watch them. And you know what? I'm not saying that I'm one of those guys that makes amazing content, but I definitely am one of those guys that all I want to do is just do this. And this is something that I want to do as a living down the road. And every day it looks more and more like this is going to become more of a dream, where my dreams are being taken away from me because of the fact that people can't make proper decisions. And that sucks. That sucks really bad. But anyway, I'm not going to let this dream die. And I'm not going to die, because watch, I'm going to do this. Yeah! Ha ha ha! Bet you didn't think you could do that, did you? Okay, Skullbull. You're going to be my boss of the day, Skullbull. How do you like that? Okay. Yeah! Thank you very much. Anyway, thanks again for everybody for coming out and checking out this bit of insanity that I call my Cube World Daily Videos. Boom, boom. Season 5 with Kitt and Sniffles, wherever the heck Sniffles is, because he's gone. He's my dodo bird. He's not coming back. Where is he? I hear the gentle footsteps of Mike Sniffles. Where are you? There you are. Thanks for showing up, buddy. Yeah. Anyway, guys, thanks again for all your continued support, and I will see you tomorrow. Fingers crossed if my computer works. In our next episode of Cube World. Take care, everybody, and enjoy the rest of your day. Bye-bye.
Switchback.